Hi, I'm Leslie. A lot of people ask me, like, how in the world do you create a seven-figure business? How do you do it? Well, I think I am able to tell you because I didn't always have a seven-figure business. And in fact, for most of my working life, I didn't. It was only until I was in my mid 50s, actually, that I shifted my business to where it was at the time, which was around 50,000 a year on online sales, to where it is now, which is in the multiple millions. How did I do it? People ask me, women ask me, how do you do this already? So I'm going to tell you what some of the major things were that made this happen so that you can do it. The first and probably the most powerful one was that I began to be super frustrated with myself. I felt like I was a failure, to tell you the truth. I felt like I could be doing so much better than what I was doing, and I wasn't yet doing it. And this like feeling inside of me was getting stronger and stronger and stronger as the days and the months and even the years went by. And I started to just realize there's just no way I want to. This is going to be how my business is. This is how going to be how much money I'm going to make. So it started with a very deep dissatisfaction inside of me. And I think we all need some kind of something that happens, either a dissatisfaction that happens within you or something from the outside that causes you to shift and make some change in your life. For me, it was an internal dissatisfaction. The other thing that started to happen is I began to be super aware of the programs that I had been living in. And the program is living in the Princess Tower Syndrome. And the Princess Tower Syndrome is when you are being taken care of by a partner, a father, a husband, a boyfriend, and you are super comfortable, and you don't really have to get outside of your comfort zone. And I was very much living in that syndrome because that is how I was raised, and that is what I was taught in a way. That's what you're supposed to do as a woman. So I kind of always felt like he's the one who's supposed to like elevate me. Why do I have to do it? Once I got super honest with myself and I started to realize that maybe that was not serving me anymore, maybe that was keeping me small, maybe that was keeping me frustrated, maybe that was keeping me disappointed in myself, I made a very conscious realization that I am going to elevate myself. If there's some place I want to be going with my business or a certain amount of money I wanted to be making, well, I'm not going to look towards anyone else to do it any longer. I am going to do it myself. And that was a very big decision. The next thing that happened is focus. I realized that even though I was a entrepreneur, there's a very big difference between being an entrepreneur and being a successful entrepreneur. And one of the reasons why I was just in the former category is because I was not focused. I had two businesses, I had a lot going on, I was traveling a lot, and I realized if I want to be successful, focus is what I need to do, and I need to focus on just one of those businesses. So if you also have multiple gigs, multiple businesses, or if you are very unfocused, you have a lot of home responsibilities, children responsibilities, what we need to realize is that one needs to focus on their business, really go all in on it in order to give it what it needs to grow. So I made that decision. I actually let go of one of my businesses. I went all in on one. And the next thing I did that really ricocheted me into a whole nother level is I hired an excellent consultant. And as I've said many times in different videos, my criteria to hire a consultant is hire someone who is where you want to be and was where you are now. You want to hire someone who knows how to get you there because they already did it. This is, I think, super important, especially when it comes to business strategy. So this is what I did. I made the decision. It was a scary decision. It's an expensive decision all the time. It's the, is this going to work decision? Is it worth it? Do I even have a brand decision? Should I even be doing this decision? But I decided to go for it and to do it. And the other thing, and the last thing, is that I do take a lot of action. So taking the action on what your consultant is teaching you to do, your coach is teaching you to do, is just incredibly important in order to ricochet. Now, what happened to me is this started to change very fast. Once these decisions were made of this dissatisfaction, of really seeing that I've been kind of depending on somebody else to elevate and give me what I wanted, and I made the decision I'm going to stand on my own feet and do it myself. Once I focused, once I got the help to guide me, and I started taking those actions, very quickly my business started to change. And literally within several months, my online sales doubled. The next year it doubled. The next year it doubled. And actually, in a matter of maybe, I think it was 4 or 5 years, it got to the 7-figure mark. And now it's in the multiple millions. This is how it's done. There is no real secrets behind this, but there are inner actions that you have to take, and there are outer actions that you have to take. So I hope this helps you. I hope this encourages you to know that having a 7-figure business or a multiple 6-figure, if that's whatever you want, is possible. And I hope this gives you some ideas on how to do it. Please share this with somebody you think can help. Leave a comment. Would love to hear what you think. And I will see you on the next video.